basically what got me interested in science is the complexity of the world around us. And it doesn't take a scientist to realize that we live in an amazing world. What we're trying to do is go from understand how you go from genetic complexity combined with environmental complexity to biological complexity. And what we want to do is get to the point where we actually can establish the rules that do this. Now you can start asking big questions. What's going to happen with drug response? What's going to happen with disease response? What's going to happen with environmental toxin response? This is why we use things like Drosophila melanic acid. We can do a really good job of using the fruit flies, using the genetic diversity that we find here, to start to put together these rules. And that's what we do in my lab, is try to establish the rules that allow that explain the connection between genetic diversity, the environment, and biological diversity. I have a really interesting instrument. It's called a liquid chromatography time-of-flight mass spec. Right? It is the best instrument in the world for what it does. With this new tool that the CRC has allowed me to have, I can start asking questions that I couldn't ask before we had that. And there's some really great basic science implications for how metabolism works in flies, but there's also really neat direct applied applications. So one of the things that we're working on is looking at metabolism in these damaged acid mine sites. So we've got acid mine drainage, it's trickling through the rocks, it's being held in these pools, we've got this really hostile environment. That environment is the way it is because of the microbial community that's there. At the end of the day, the instruments can allow us to understand the system much better, with an ultimate goal of not only having a more limited impact on the environment, a healthier impact on the environment, but also recovering some of those resources that otherwise would have been lost and putting those back into the system. So it's a win-win.